Allow me to conduct a social experiment. I'm going to tell you a story which, if you've heard the story, this won't work, but if you haven't, this may be a moment of self-discovery. Recently, two high school teachers in the United States, one of them 24, the other 32, had sex with one of their 16-year-old students. They took the student to one of the teacher's homes, and they both fucked the student. At this point, you might be thinking something along the lines of, "Oh, that's fucking disgusting. Fucking creepy-ass teachers taking advantage of a teenage girl. I hope these guys get fucking locked up for life and beaten to death in jail with a bar of soap and a sock." Well, what if I told you that the teenager was a boy and the teachers were female? Does that change your opinion? Let me give you the details here. 32-year-old Shelley Dufresne, whose name I can only pronounce because of Shawshank Redemption, and 24-year-old Rachel Respis, whose name I'm probably fucking right up because I don't know any famous movie characters named that, took home a 16-year-old boy after a football game at the school they teach at. From the news story. At the apartment, the boy told police he had sex with both women. While Respis was having intercourse with him, Dufresne began intimately kissing Respis in an attempt to arouse all parties involved, all who were completely disrobed. I'm going to go ahead and suggest this kid didn't say intimately kissing in an attempt to arouse all parties involved or disrobed. It was probably something more like, they were making out and shit and we were all fucking naked. Later, he bragged about it, obviously to the wrong person. The police got involved and here we are. So, clearly a case of teachers abusing their power and coercing a teenager to have sex, which, well, half my audience is 16-year-olds, male or female. You're all horny as fuck. How much convincing would that really take? It's like trying to convince Rob Ford to smoke crack. Well, alright, if you insist. So we're all outraged, right? Adults fucking kids, a little disturbing. Let's check out the outrage in the comments section. Wow, if only had teachers like that when I was a kid. I would sure keep my mouth shut. 19 likes for that. Everyone's on his side. Too bad we couldn't all have hot teachers take us home and tag team us. Right, bros? Here's a response. LOL, no you wouldn't have. You would not have been able to keep that to yourself. LOL. Ha 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 ha. You couldn't keep this statutory rape to yourself. You'd be telling all your buddies. LOL. This story gives a whole new meaning to the Van Halen song Hot for Teacher. Yeah, it does. Two hot teachers railing the student. Teacher needs to see me after school, am I right? I can only imagine how these two were in the sack. Yum, lucky guy. Yeah, two chicks that want to fuck kids. Yum. We get our first bit of actual outrage, though it's someone outraged by the potential outrage that will be targeting him. Can I congratulate this boy? Or is this another one of those threads where we have to pretend as though these teachers did something other than to make this kid's biggest fantasies come true? Yeah, you're right, these teachers didn't do anything wrong. Hey, they fucked a kid, but he's happy, so don't be outraged by me wanting to give this kid a high five and then smell my hand afterward, right? More outrage. Where were these teachers when I went to high school? As for the boys, they are a bunch of wuss. Yeah, boys, fucking pussies. And where were these teachers? Where were all the pedophiles back when I was a kid? Why should we all be outraged? Oh, this person brings up a good point. Why should we all be outraged? Don't let me tell you how to feel. However, I hate double standards. If you would read an article that said a 16-year-old girl willingly went to a teacher's home and two adult teachers fucked her, and you wouldn't be outraged by that, and you'd say, man, these guys made her dreams come true, then I personally think you're a little fucked, but I at least applaud your consistency. But that's generally not how this works. A 16-year-old boy? Oh man, he's lucky. He's 16. He's old enough to make this decision, and he made the right one. A 16-year-old girl? Oh, they must have tricked her or bribed her or forced her. And the teachers? If it's a female teacher, we ask, man, why were these hot chicks not able to just have sex with someone their own age? I'd fuck them. When it's a male teacher, we ask, how fast can we send him to the fucking chair? The law is the law. Male or female, these teachers have committed a crime. Age of consent in Louisiana is 17. Anything below that is statutory rape. And even in places where the age of consent is 16, there's usually a law that goes along with it that states that it can't be a teacher, because they're in positions of authority. So again, if you're not outraged regardless of gender, fine, you're welcome to that opinion. I don't agree with it. I personally believe that adults should fuck other adults, but we can agree to disagree on this one. But to be outraged when it's a poor girl taken advantage of by someone in a position of power, and impressed/jealous when it's a lucky boy getting to fuck a hot older woman, well, that makes you a hypocritical fuck. There was another story even more recently of a female teacher banging a student, and again, more of the same types of comments. One person dismisses another commenter who suggested that this woman is a sexual predator. Of course she is. Just because she's not a guy with a shitty mustache and big glasses that drives a van with blacked out windows doesn't mean these women aren't preying on easy young targets. But no, these women are just dream makers. They're Disneyland delivered straight to these young boys' houses. Don't give them jail time, give them promotions. I guarantee you though, the next time it's a male teacher and a female student in the same age range with the same circumstances, they'll be calling for that sick fuck's balls in a jar. Great job, society. If there's one thing I can count on you for, it's that you'll always be consistently inconsistent.